Hi Scorpio, welcome to my channel, or Tea's Apple Tree. Today we're asking Spirit to show you what you need to see. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and Mars. Okay, alright, we're going to go with those messages that I can clearly see. This is a general reading, so you want to receive what resonates and leave what does not. We have here a fire sign energy, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. King of Wands in reverse with the Strength card. Two of Swords. The Lovers reverse, Six of Wands reverse, and the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Keep in mind these are general, so receive what resonates and leave what does not. Accurate journal messages for Scorpio, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and Mars. Accurate journal messages for Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to know? Accurate general messages. Sun, okay. Cycle, closing the cycle. And I miss you. Someone wants to come from out of feeling left out in the cold with you. Okay, let's get into these messages. Again, keep in mind, this is general, so you want to receive what resonates and leave what does not. So Scorpio, here we have the King of Wands in reverse. Some of you, this could be an energy of a fire sign. Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, doesn't have to be. But it's someone who is bitter. And I feel like this is someone who you may have friend zoned them, or you may have cut things off with them. It was really hard for you to do. But I feel like you needed to think through what you wanted to get out of this connection rather than just sitting on the sidelines, because some of you were refusing to make a decision on cutting this person off. I think this person had a bit of a wild side that you just couldn't tame. But you were unable to make a decision about this person. This person could have been a womanizer. This person could have been someone that you were interested in having a big commitment with, but they had commitment issues. And this is someone who maybe wasn't ready to settle down. And I feel like you showed them that you're independent, that you're fun, and self-sufficient. And I feel like for some of you, you had the strength to realize that you can't tame other people. You can only tame yourself. This is someone who maybe you wanted a relationship with, but they had a bit of a wild side, and you felt this person was too wild, that they needed to be tamed somewhat. But you can't tame, you can only tame yourself. I feel like it was an energy where you couldn't coax them gently or dominate them. It was just an energy where, you know, you wanted a strong couple. You wanted someone that was close and united with. And I feel like some of you've gone through a lot of emotional upheaval, and you're trying to get back on top of things. Like any problems you faced in the past, I feel like you were hoping it would bring the two of you closer. But I feel like it just became like a stalemate energy with this Two of Swords, like sitting on the fence. Like you came to a crossroads about this egotistical person. This person could have been a flirt, very attractive. They could have flaked on you, broke promises, and you could have realized that they were a commitment phobe. And I feel like, again, you know, you needed time to think. That's why you were undecisive. Maybe someone you needed to cut off, and you were undecisive about doing that. If you're not in a relationship, but this is not someone you've been intimate with, then this could be a family member that you realize you couldn't tame. You couldn't, you know, you can't teach a grown man new tricks or something like that. And I just felt like some of you were sitting on the fence about being torn between, you know, cutting them off, whether that be financially or having access to you. But some of you had the inability to see the truth of the situation. And I feel like you came face to face with this energy, torn between loyalties, situations, offers, people, being caught in the middle of an argument or conflict, trying to mediate between opposing parties. This was some of you blocking your emotions and being in denial, just choosing not to see, unwillingness to see the truth in a person that you couldn't tame. So it's a stalemate. It's a relationship at a crossroads. And it may be that you and your partner have been arguing and cannot agree on like important relationship decisions, like to get married or to live together or to move or just to be faithful. So I feel like some of you needed a bit of time to weigh out the pros and the cons. And I feel like you have to come to an agreement. Some of you are reluctant to make a decision because you don't want to be vulnerable to this. I don't know if this is the parent of your child or the mother of your child, but there's a painful choice that has to be made. Like I said, if it's not anyone intimate or a spouse related situation, it could be family, it could be friends that you realize is, has a lack of self-discipline and something you need to cut this person off with, something you need to do in regards to making a painful decision about someone that you're torn on doing. And this is an energy where it's like fears that you're having to face a decision where everyone is concerned, that everyone can move forward in their lives, either together or separately, independently or codependently. I feel like you have a choice between, some of you have a choice between two potential partners, and this choice may be causing you great difficulty. And I feel like you do have the strength to make the decision, you just refuse to make one right now. For some of you, it's a choice that does need to be made for the good of all concerned. It's unfair to keep stringing people along, so I feel like some of you are avoiding letting someone know how you feel because you feel like they're not the commitment type. So I feel like some of you may be caught in the middle of conflict at work even. And you may be asked to choose between two colleagues with opposing views, or it's a difficult, stressful situation where you don't want to appear disloyal to either of them, but someone is unwilling to meet in the middle. So some of you are torn between career paths or positions, or someone's in denial or unable to see the entire truth of a situation. So just be aware, Scorpio, that you may not have all the facts you need. You need more information before you can make an informed decision in regards to work. You're trying to get more facts or weigh up the pros and cons of each option. I feel like some of you are struggling to figure out the next right move. Something is difficult or stressful in regards to choices or an inability to see the truth or make someone else, because this is like coaxing someone to see the truth, and maybe someone is refusing to be accountable. There's a fire sign that's refusing to be tamed, refusing to go along with the flow, refusing to be truthful or see the truth. This person could be having financial problems. They could be in denial about it. There could be someone you're trying to tame, or you're trying to get them to see the truth and make a decision. But for some of you, it's tough choices to weather a storm, such as maybe you have to convince this person to downsize, or maybe you're wanting to downsize with your car or where you live. Some of you are tightening the belt. And, but some of you, this could be also strength, something dealing with health. Strength, it definitely deals with your energy, your health. There could be like a blocked, unexpressed emotion that is at the center of health issues or physical discomfort you may be experiencing. Blocked emotions, blocked chakras. Some of you are holding on to anxiety or resentment, can block your chakras, your energy centers in your body. That could lead to physical manifestations in the form of illnesses or injuries. If you're, just be careful around water. Make sure there's no accidents around water. Be careful getting in and out of the tub. If you're going boating or swimming, be careful of currents. Be careful. There could be like physical ill issues that you need medical professional help with. So you want to consider the steps to take to release any emotions that are blocking areas in your body as well. And then, with strength, you have to be brave and believe in yourself. You have a lot of great skills, Scorpio. You have a lot of potential. I feel like some of you have really mastered your emotions. You're very strong. You are a fixed sign, after all. You're a fixed sign. If you want a promotion, go for it. If you feel like you're being overlooked, make yourself known. If you've always thought you could run your own business, go for it. Believe in yourself, make it happen. Financially, Spirit's wanting you to avoid any impulsive decisions when it comes to spending. That's not to say you shouldn't spend, but make sure your like any purchases or investments are thought through properly, and that they're based on like not an emotional impulse. And then I feel like some of you, if you have been having illnesses, I do feel like some of you have the strength to overcome those illnesses, depending on what you eat, getting your rest, proper exercise, sleep. I feel like some of you may be overdoing it with this King of Wands energy in reverse next to the strength. You're headed for a major burnout. You're running yourself down. Some of you are tired, low immune system. Take your multivitamins, drink your water, get your rest. Try to do some exercise, maybe 30 minutes a day. Try to be gentle with yourself. Reduce the stress in your life. A lot of stress is work related for those of you still working. And you don't need to go a million miles an hour all the time. Just stop and smell the roses. And look, y'all, I bought myself roses. Look at this. Y'all want to smell some roses? Aren't they beautiful? I can buy myself flowers, write my name in the sand, talk to myself for hours, say things you don't understand. I can take myself dancing, I can hold my own hand, bet I can love me better than you can. I can love me better, I can love me better, better. I think some of you told someone that. The Miley Cyrus song came out last year. I feel like that's how self-sufficient you are. That song suits you. Like, I just feel like some of you are very mature. And, back to finances, I'm being led to hear that you're passively waiting for money to roll in, and some of you need to be proactive. I feel like financial success is not going to fall into your lap, but there's something that you don't have all the information you need to make a good investment at this time. So don't be too proud to ask for help or a loan or I feel like there's something finer details maybe you've overlooked. I don't know if it's the interest rate is too high. Maybe you're trying to refinance something. But Spirit is also just saying, you know, stop and smell the roses, though. Stop and smell the roses, okay? And you can do what I did. Buy yourself some flowers. So I just feel like, you know, with these two upright energies here, that strength card, you have the strength to make the right decision. You're just torn between, you know, do I overextend myself or do I pull back? I feel like for some of you, you're facing a difficult situation or decision and you have that inner strength and resilience to overcome it. So it's like a deep inner strength, and the Two of Swords is like a need for balance and harmony. Balance and harmony. And together, it's like take a step back, reassess the situation realistically, and you may be struggling with that difficult decision. But again, you have the inner strength to see the situation clearly, to balance emotion before making a decision. Because some of you refuse to see the truth about someone that could be using you, taking advantage of you, trying to, but you're so strong. Like, you can tame a beast, Scorpio. That's how strong you are. And I feel like for some of you, and I said that because look at her. Look what she's doing. She's taming a beast with her hands, with her bare hands. And some of you are divinely protected too. See the infinity symbol? But I feel by the next moon phase, I know we have the full moon coming up on the 23rd, and then we have the last quarter on the 30th. So this is getting like a last quarter moon. So something is going to be more clear for you to make a decision by May 30th. So be patient. I feel like show compassion to yourself. If you're facing something that is difficult, keep a positive attitude. Despite the uncertainty that may be present in your life, I feel like you have that inner strength and resilience. You're so strong. People couldn't walk a mile in your shoes. They couldn't do what you do for work. Like, you're that strong. You're like, it's a reminder just to take time to see a situation clearly, make a decision, and then you can move forward with confidence, courage. Like, it's giving me courage from the lion from the Wizard of Oz. Look at the curly locks. Like, you've already been through, like, I think the worst is behind you. You know how they were following the yellow brick road? See the yellow energy? They're following the yellow brick road to Oz, and they went through that like spa and stuff. Maybe some of you could take some time out to like show compassion and cater to yourself, because there's a closing of a cycle that's coming. Oh yeah, some of you are eating more fruits. You're taking a nice big crunchy bite out of the apple. You're eating more fruits. Maybe some of you are less meat, more fruits and vegetables. Really taking care of yourself, taking care of your health. And that's in regards to your love life too. Like some of you are closing the cycle to people in your love life that are untrustworthy, where there's disconnection, conflict, disharmony, detachment. Like you're not even sleeping with this person. Some of you are celibate. I feel like you were dealing with maybe a Leo, because we have the strength, which represents a Leo. Then we have that fire sign in reverse. This could be a Gemini. But this is someone who made you feel uncertain, Two of Swords, uncertain of the direction that you were going with them. And you have remembered that you are the master of your own destiny, and that you don't need this person's energy. I feel like they are lacking accountability to learn from their past mistakes and then let them go. So you're able to move forward in a positive direction, because now, Scorpios, you have a deeper understanding of your true self, your values, your beliefs, and you want to avoid repeating the same mistakes with this person that you may have been intimate with in the past, that's causing conflict within you, that's making you feel uncertain of the direction that this marriage or this relationship or this co-parenting or this situation is going. For some of you, like I said, if you're not intimate with anyone, it's making a decision on an adult child. It's making a decision on a family member or friend or coworker, someone that is no longer trustworthy, that has disappointed you. I feel like for those of you in an intimate relationship, there's a closing of a cycle. There's a decision, and I feel like you're going to decide that you don't need this person. So leaving them behind, closing the cycle, because you and this person are not on the same page in important areas. And I feel like you need someone who is invested emotionally. There's fear and trust issues that could be stopping you from jumping in fully with this person, and that is necessary for a relationship to flourish. So Scorpios, I feel like you and this individual have like different goals, different values, different hopes for the future. Scorpio, this is like the relationship started off with you and this person feeling really connected on many levels, and now you don't feel as close as you used to anymore. There could have been a baby or babies made out of this relationship. Now you have to deal with this person on a certain in a certain degree with co-parenting. For some of you, this could be, whatever the reason, differences that need to be resolved if you want this relationship or connection to survive. But it takes two. It takes two, baby. It takes two, baby. It's me and you. Yeah. So I just feel like you want to make sure you're not picking partners for the wrong reasons, or you want to make sure someone's not picking you for the wrong reasons. Kindness with motives. You know, if you're going to get involved with someone, make sure that you connect with them more than just one way. Because a sexual connection, even an intense one, is not enough in itself to make a relationship work. Some of you, this is disharmony with a business partner, business partnership, or in career. If you have a business partner, it needs to have communication to ensure you both agree about the direction the business is taking and the goals for the future. I feel like this is an energy where this could be a possibility of romance at work, but it comes with a warning, because the romance could bring you trouble in your career. So be careful. Make sure you understand it's not good to mix business with pleasure. Be prepared to accept the consequences of mixing business with pleasure. It can get messy. For some of you, you're dealing with someone who is financially irresponsible, impulsive decisions in relation to money. You're dealing with someone who could be materialistic and seeking instant gratification by material means. And they need to be accountable for their choices and learn from their mistakes. Because I feel like there's a closing of a cycle here. And you know, a closing of a cycle, it's like an ending, a period of time that has a beginning and an end. a relationship, a job, a project, losing someone we deeply love, or any other stage of life, closing a cycle. It's not about forgetting or denying what happened, but about accepting and integrating the experiences and lessons we gained from it. Closing a cycle. It's challenging. It's difficult. You don't want to be vulnerable and having to make a painful decision, Two of Swords. But there's steps that you can take, because you can look at a closing of a cycle as a challenge that gives you the opportunity for growth and renewal. Recognize and acknowledge your feelings. Closing a cycle can trigger emotions like sadness, anger, fear, even relief. And they're normal emotions. They're valid. Some of you like to write. Some of you are writers. Get a journal. Write down how you feel. Talk to someone you trust. Journal your thoughts and feelings. And you can engage in like breathing techniques or physical activities to release your emotions. You can unblock your chakras. That's like another lesson for another day, but you can always, Google what that means with block chakras. And look at the cycle objectively without judgment or blame, because you can identify what's positive, what's negative, what's achieved, what's lost, what's learned, what can you improve, and be honest and realistic about yourselves, and appreciate the value of the cycle in life. It's time to say goodbye to someone or something, or it's time to say goodbye and thank you. Because closing a cycle involves letting go of any attachments or expectations that might hold you back from moving forward. So long, farewell. I hate to go. I'm hearing the song by Sounds of Music, one of my favorite movies when I was a kid. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. So it's about, goodbye and thank you, farewell, things that were a part of the cycle verbally, symbolically. You can write a letter, make a phone call, visit a place, or do something meaningful to mark the end of this cycle. And express your thanks for what you've received and forgive what you haven't. And then be open to new possibilities. Because closing a cycle is also, when God closes a door, he opens another. And a new cycle with fresh opportunities and challenges can come. So embrace change. That's the only thing guaranteed in life is change. And when you meet change with enthusiasm and you explore what you want and need in your life, you can then set new goals. You can pursue new interests, new people, relationships, projects that align with your vision and values. And you don't have to feel vulnerable and torn. It's not easy closing a cycle, but it's good for your well-being, your happiness. This could be closing a cycle with a family member. This could be cutting someone off financially and closing a cycle and feeling financially relieved. This could be, remembering that you have the power and the strength, Scorpios, to create the life that you desire. And you have to work on closing cycles before starting anything. Because have you ever repeated the same situation over and over again, same situations, different people, or even places over and over again? And so many people think that to start fresh, they need to leave the place where they are. And I get it. But what is the need to close that cycle before starting something fresh? So you have to, when talking about cycles, you talk about the life processes with the beginning, middle, and end. So you learn to close cycles. It's a process that's over. You feel peaceful. It helps you move forward. You avoid getting stuck. And you might be asking yourself, well, how do I know I'm repeating cycles? So I'm not going to repeat the cycle. So trust me, you will know you keep repeating the same situations with different people when you feel exhausted from hearing the same things from yourself over and over again. So if you want to start giving closure, you have to know the difference between closing cycles and losing something. Because closing a chapter in your life might bring feelings of sadness and loss, but you decide to close it. You got the strength to do it. Like you're closing this lion's, look how you're closing this lion's mouth. You got the strength to close this chapter. And it doesn't always mean a loss, but loss does not always mean having to close a cycle either. But when you do not close the door, it becomes awkward and uncomfortable at time. And with time, you're presented with the same situation, different people or places. So it's like a karmic lesson that you learn, and you're like, well, why am I not being successful? So every day you have the opportunity to write a new chapter and start fresh. Every day you have the opportunity to feel peace of mind by closing a cycle that's run its course. And it's like losing the weight. Like, this works even if you want to lose weight. Some of you may want to lose weight and you want to start a new cycle of being healthy. Like, I'm being led to that with the apples. Like I said, some of you are eating healthier, working out, drinking water, fasting even. So trust me, that is a huge step to take. One of the reasons that people end up being so, like, feeling it's difficult to lose weight, and trust me, I can talk on this because I'm right now, I'm trying to lose weight. But you end up not wanting to close the cycle because it's subconscious, or there's something protecting you from the next step. So how do you know that you close the cycle in your life? It gives you a peace of mind. You see a healthier improvement in your health and your energy and your sleep. When you become aware of a cycle that you have to stop so you can progress, you stop eating the sweets, the fried foods, stop eating late at night, stop eating and then going to bed. Just different things. Like, you live a more conscious and aware life, feeling more fulfilled, and you stop wanting to find a reason for something that did not work. You no longer repeat the same cycle then. You shift the way you faced it. You're aware. And I feel like that's what you're doing. And so closing cycles, not because you're fed up, but simply because it no longer fits your life. So you shut the door. Some of you, this is something spiritual you have to shut the door to. No drinking alcohol, drinking water. Really, drinking alcohol is so overrated. Like, over time, if you see what it does to your body, you would choose to drink a lot more water. Some of you are sitting by water and contemplating what to do. Some of you, you get your best intuition by sitting at the water. Some of you close your eyes and meditate and pray. By water. Some of you need to get by water, or you're by water. But I just feel like for some of you, you're shutting the door, you're shaking it off, you're burning the book, you're cleaning your mind and heart. And you're stop being who you were, and you're going to begin to be who you are, because you're mastering yourself. And you're going to go, when you close the cycle of failure, you close the cycle of unsuccessful energies, broken promises, disgrace, disappointments, a relationship that lacked qualities needed to endure the difficult times. You close the cycle to the broken promises that they give. You close the cycles to them not being supportive of your dreams, your goals, your ambitions. You close the cycle to overinflated egos and arrogance. You close the cycle to people abusing, using, and untrustworthy people. You close the cycle to a lack of self-esteem. You close the cycle to anything that is hindering your growth and your movement forward. And then what happens is you go from being a follower to being a leader, so to speak, because that's what you are. You're fixed energy. When you close the cycle, the Six of Wands becomes upright. It becomes success. It becomes you having the advantage. You know, it becomes an energy where you don't allow people to walk all over you. You know why I'm saying this? I see Seven of Wands. I like to do math because I feel like numbers are very spiritual. So I like to do math in my readings. And here we have Seven of Wands. Stand up for your beliefs. Fight your corner. Be protective and defensive of yourself, your family. This is an energy where you're standing up for what you believe in. You're taking the high road. You're maintaining control and being strong-willed. Protective, defensive, assertive. Determined. If you feel like you're spiritually under attack, you're territorial. You're determined to defend. Life is challenging. You may be very busy. You may have a hectic work life. But you have the strength and the stamina to endure, Scorpio. God doesn't put anything on you that you can't handle. I think that's how it goes. some of you, you've really gone the distance for a relationship. You really did try to fight for it. And I just feel like some of you, if you're in a relationship, you feel like it's under attack by third parties. Some of you are trying to defend and protect, but it takes two. So I feel like you're able to maintain control and hold your own. Don't let others ruin what you have. For some of you, you're fighting to protect what you have. You may have a battle on your hands where you're trying to hold on to your success, hold on to your position. For a career, you know, there's always younger, hungrier people coming up the ladder behind you, and you have to stand up for yourself if you want to maintain your status, your career position, because Scorpios, you have the talent, drive, and ambition to do so, and you should be feeling confident and powerful. There's some kind of conviction that may test you. You may feel challenged or asked to do something against your morals or judgment. And I feel like you're going to stand up for what you believe in, because there's a closing of a cycle. There's a closing of a cycle with you allowing people to just treat you anyway. You're defending your reputation when others try to drag you down. And you're protecting your wealth, your financial security that you've attained. And some of you are making some smart investments and saving for a rainy day. If not, you should. To ensure your assets, or taking out a pension, or whatever the case. I feel like you're putting some long-term financial plans of some sort in place. And some of you could be really fighting to overcome an injury as well, or an illness or condition that you have to work hard to keep under control. Like if it's your diabetes, you cannot eat fruit because sometimes some fruit have even sugar in them. So it's having to tame. When you tame your appetite, your cravings, if there's sugar involved, work hard to keep it under control. It's challenging, but you got the strength to do it. And you're going to be driven to do it. You can do it. Affirmations. So I feel like, there's more positive here than there is negative. And I just feel like, this was in reverse, the Six of Wands, as well as the King of Wands. So if I was to subtract a wand, that's Five of Wands in reverse. Like I said, I like to do math. It wasn't my favorite subject in school, but it works with readings. And this is telling me Five of Wands is compromise, a closing of a cycle, an end of conflict. A peacemaker. That's what you're called to be. Ending arguments, conflicts. Some of you may be starting to turn a corner with someone after a period of turbulence. And I feel like you're finding a common ground and solutions to issues that can lead to peace and harmony. Some of you are so powerful, and you've mastered and learned to suppress your tempers and cooperate. And I feel like it's about compromising. You may be with someone who has a short fuse, that you can't tame them, so you just tame yourself and how you react. Sometimes it's not about how we act, it's about how we react. I don't know if this is dealing with a family member that's got a short fuse, or a friend or something, but you don't have to suffer in silence, Scorpios. You can close the door, shut the door, close this chapter, and you can get out there and meet someone new. Look at this card. Missing you. Missing you. Every step I take, every move I make, every single day, every time I pray, I'll be missing you. Some of you are missing someone, or they're missing you now that this chapter is closed. It's not something people always miss you once you're gone. Like, really? They didn't give you your flowers when you were present in their life, but when you shut the cycle and close the door. Thinking of the day when you went away. What a life to take, what a bond to break. I'll be missing you. On glad morning, when this life is over, I know I'll see your face. Oh, so something like that. Unfortunately, that song is connected with P. Diddy, and we already see what kind of situation he is in. But somebody is now missing you now that the door is closed. So I feel like, I don't know if this is you missing them or them missing you, but it's normal. Missing someone hurts. The ache of yearning. This person wants to come out of feeling left out in the cold. They miss you. They want to have a second chance. They want another chance. Some of you are going to overcome adversity. You're going to have some money to pay off debts. There's going to be an end of a hardship. If you've been experiencing any financial difficulties, there's going to be improvement in finances. I feel like when you shut this person off of being financially codependent, that's when you're going to have more money to spend. Or there's something, if you struggled through hard times when everything seemed hopeless, you held on. You had strength, and you're going to be able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. The improvement in relationships, your finances, the luck, illnesses will be improving, recovering from problems, being accepted, welcome back. I feel like you're going into the summer with a much more positive frame of mind. And you're going to rebuild your feelings of security, stability, and make progress. I feel like some of you are finding a lot of forgiveness. For anyone who has caused you issues in the past, this person that you're closing the cycle with, or you're forgiving them on the way. And that is the best way to close a cycle, with forgiveness. Because really it's for yourself. You're letting go of people, and they miss you too. They miss you. Because they're thinking about how they did you and how they, caused you hurt or pain or mistrust, how they used that. They're thinking about it, and they're feeling pretty bad about it now. And because you're letting go and closing the cycle of people in relationships who are toxic for you, who abandon you, you're focusing on your future now. You're overcoming previous struggles. As a steady pace wins the race. You're making positive changes. Like I said, you're eating healthier, you're working out, you're getting by water. Some of you may be walking on the beach. You're taming yourself. You're mastering yourself. You're freeing yourself from a relationship that's no longer good for you, that's run its course. This could have been almost like a scandal, This is an energy where this is a relationship or a situation that initially caused a scandal for some of you. And you're finding people around you that are more accepting of you or more supportive of you than before. And I just feel like for some of you, you're going to come out on the other side of a period of feeling rejected or loneliness. And I feel like you're going to make that positive change in your life and feel much more open to possibilities all around you. Even possibly embracing a new relationship and taking a chance on love. Because you're going to have a positive energy. So you're going to attract others to you. Maybe in the winter you had an illness, or you dealt with a disabled person, or you may have disabilities that you are on crutches. You'll be walking better going into the summer. You'll be getting like the injections you need, the vitamins you need, B12 and stuff like that. Making improvements, much more improvements, with a positive frame of mind, having hope and healing. If you're struggling with business, I feel like you could have been stuck in a career rut due to lack of opportunities, and that struggle's over. Opportunities are going to present themselves. You're going to be moving on. Maybe you're moving on to a better office that has like a bigger window and a nice view. You know what I mean? The struggle's over. Opportunities are going to be presenting themselves to you, Scorpios. Financial hardships, losses, you're recovering from that. Paying off debt. You're financially secure. There's going to be a period of stability after stress and worrying about a period of instability. You've come through the worst of it now. It's behind you. Again, if you've been experiencing any health problems or illnesses, there's going to be a diagnosis or treatments for you. And that treatment plan should, if not lead to health improvements right away, it's going to at least give you a peace of mind that you know what you're dealing with and have a plan to tackle it. Okay, I'll eat more fruits, I'll drink more water, I'll exercise, I'll fast, I'll master myself, I'll even master my health. You're a beast. You're going to be beast mode this summer, Scorpios. Recovery, improvements in health, and overall well-being. Okay? And I do feel like some of you come through a tough time spiritually, and your luck is improving. You're going to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Your faith in God's love for you is being restored. And I almost felt tears. I don't know if some of you are crying or you've been crying and you've been praying, but your prayers have been answered. God is restoring your faith and your strength and your wisdom that you've learned from your struggles is going to help you and help others. You're going to be able to help others as well. All right, y'all. Hey, like, comment, share, subscribe here to Ortiz Apple Tree. And until next time, Scorpios, take care.